Oh yeah, something else I forgot to say. This is gonna be short, but it's pretty important. Short and important. So so with that, when I say it'll drive you crazy, from if you don't know how to handle it, it will drive you crazy. Uh, this how sure I am that it will drive you crazy. Uh, like this how sure I am that they can drive somebody crazy if they like tell them they reading their mind or whatever. I'm reading your mind or whatever, and the person know about it and shit. Like if they're in my situation, this how sure I am that it'll drive you crazy if the person don't know how to handle it. This how sure I am that reading somebody's mind can drive them crazy if they don't know how to handle it. Because the first time I found out the government was reading my mind, guess where I was at? The mental hospital. That was the place where I found that out at. See what I'm saying? I was in a mental hospital when I found that out. Now the 1984 movie just confirmed it. You know, that confirmed it. That was like a second confirmation or whatever. But I already had found that out another way. I found it out when I was in the mental hospital. So that's almost like saying, you could see, you can see pretty much in multiple ways that shit can drive somebody crazy if they don't know how to handle it. So you can't, you can't judge somebody from what they doing when you read their fucking mind, because at that point, they in survival mode. They got to do whatever they have to do to survive mentally. See what I'm saying? Otherwise, you can drive somebody crazy, and you can drive them crazy fast. See what I'm saying? If they don't know how to handle it. See what I'm saying? Yeah. So that's probably why I was in the mental hospital the first time I found that out. So I done found that out and then Tasha, and then I found out again with Tasha. You know what I'm saying? I forgot what had happened, but it was something she done where I knew they was reading my mind. You know what I'm saying? I don't even remember what she did. It was something Tasha did where I knew they was reading my mind. I don't even fucking remember. So much stuff on my mind, I don't fucking remember. I don't remember. But anyway, so yeah, I just want to clear that little part up. That, whatever I do, as far as, or say, as far as putting on tape recorders, doing tape records or whatever else I do, it's to protect my own mental health until this is over. To keep them from driving me crazy until this is over. Because I promise you, most men, I promise you, when you talk about, we don't even have to talk about you being on the streets and homeless and stuff. You can see that part is hard. But when I tell you the mental, when I tell you they can't see how hard that part is, most people would have went crazy already if they had to live this life. Most people would have been went crazy. It's people that's went crazy for way less stuff. You can check the stats. It's people that's went crazy in way less situations. They done went crazy. So it's like you that show those people would have went crazy in your situation. If they went crazy for that, right? See what I'm saying? That's how I show you is a lot of people would go crazy if they had to be me. They would have went crazy already. It's you that show, right? You could just do your homework and know that. You can have that on, you can be that show on paper that most people would have went crazy already if they had to live this life. They wouldn't have been able to do it. They would have went crazy. If the same exact thing got done to them, they would have went crazy. You can prove that on paper. When I say when I say you show, you can see it on paper. Meaning you could go and do your research and see the reasons why those people in the mental hospital, and you could see the majority of them, they in there for way less. All of them probably. They in there for way less. For way less than what I went through, they already went crazy. So you know it. So you sure they would have went crazy if they had to live my life. You see how sure you is that most people would have went crazy. So when I say you got to be able to handle that, you would really have to be able to handle that mental torture. So your life is that hard. Physically, you walking around all fucking night. You can't sleep in a bed. Physically, you walking around all fucking night and being disrespected all day in public. See what I'm saying? And then mentally, you can't even imagine how hard it is. But you know, on paper, most people would have went crazy already. That's how hard my life is. See what I'm saying? That's how hard my life is on paper. My life that hard on paper. You can see it on paper. But you would have to go and do you know what I'm saying? You would have to go and see all those people in the mental hospital and see why they in there. And you will see all of them, pretty much all of them in there for way less. You will know those people couldn't have went through this if they already in the mental hospital and I'm not in the mental hospital, right? And you know I already went through way more than them mentally. You see how simple you know that? You see how simple. It's like all those people in the mental hospital right now, they can confirm I done went through too much. See what I'm saying? They can confirm that nigga should have already went crazy. All the people in the mental hospital right now, they can confirm that John should have been went crazy. See what I'm saying? See what I'm talking about? So you would really have to be able to handle this life. My life's super hard. So, you know, it's got to end at this point. It got to end. He not for to let them keep this going when they that show what they doing, when they that aware of what they doing. He ain't for to let them keep doing it. So, like I said, the public or black people, whoever, they would look way better if they ended themselves than to wait for something bad to happen when God ended. They would look way better if they ended themselves. So I'm about to go ahead and cut this off.